Hi guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Lavender Kamar. If you're new, welcome. If you're not new, thank you for coming back and welcome to Vlogmas. This is my first time doing Vlogmas and I've never done Vlogmas, so you're not going to judge me. Let's just start there. But I want to try. If I fall hapo katikati, please understand that this is my first time and I'm going through other things, so it might not be consistent, it might be consistent, but I'll try as much as possible for it to be consistent for you guys. And if there's an echo, I'm recording in my office, and my office doesn't have a lot of things except my laundry, which you cannot see, and this kabati, there's a plant there, and yeah, it doesn't really have a lot of things, so there might be an echo. If you followed me long enough, probably on Instagram, you probably know my story, and if you've not, I'll put my Instagram on the screen at lavender_kamar. And there's a highlight there written my story, and you probably will know the background of my dysfunctional family growing up. So when I was growing up, I didn't have the best childhood, at least from the times I remember, because to some point things were not bad. Things were not bad until they got to until it got to some point. At least until when my mom lost her job, and that was in 2008, I think. I was in class 7. Yeah, so way back then when I was a child, mom had a job, dad also had a job, I think. Sikumbukangi kila kitu vizuri, but at the time things were okay, you know. So ilifika point my mom lost her job and things went downhill from there. But by downhill I mean that mom didn't have a job, and now there wasn't money, and dad was drinking as well. So most time, I don't know how it happened, but I think dad was stressed as well because he couldn't provide for the family as he should have at the time. So when they used to argue with mom and they used to really have big fights, he used to he used to disappear and go into alcohol and drink. So it's like he was running away from his problems, I guess. And it mostly used to happen, not mostly, but it happened every holiday period. Like basically I think from almost early to mid-December all the way, like alikuwa napotea, angepotea like for like 2-3 weeks up until January, beginning of January. That's where he would show up. And we were not okay, we were very we were quite poor before we eventually became very poor. But I think there's this first Christmas that I remember of us not having lights. I think it was the first year, that year mom lost her job in class 7, and ilifika December. Your time akukuwa na tokens kitambo. I was in class 7 in 2008, so akukuwa na tokens your time, and KPL tulikatiwa stima. In short, tulikatiwa stima juu alikuwa nimelipa bill, and it's Christmas time, and we used to live in Umoja, and unajua kwa plot people are celebrating Christmas and everyone is, you know, celebrating and all that, and us in darkness, and we're just sitting by the window. Mimi, mom na Lorraine. Actually, was Alex born? I don't think. Alex is is our last born, my brother. Lorraine is the second born. So at the time Alex wasn't, I don't know if he was born yet by then, but no, he was born in class. I'm not sure, I can't remember the dates vizuri, but we were sitting by the window, just, you know, looking outside, because we didn't even have money for food. When Christmas kitambo, okay, I'm talking to the people who grew up during my time, when you guys cook chapo, it's not just meals, and back then there used to be special meals for the holidays. So people are cooking, people are celebrating. Inja, you know, people look lively, but us didn't have shit. So that day, that period, stima ilikuwa imekatwa, and we were just there. Dad was nowhere to be found, and memories like those nakujanga in my mind during this Christmas holidays, because I've never really, you know, that time when I start, you know, when you're growing up, you tend to remember things. As the firstborn, I remember a lot of things growing up. So hizo vitu zimestick kwa kichwa. So every year it used to happen. So that first year hatukuwa na stima. I think the second year we didn't have food completely, and mom had to send me to a relative who lived nearby for them to like give us rice. I remember rice, alitupea rice, mafuta. We didn't have shit. Like the continuous events of us not having dad around, having no money during the holidays made things worse and worse for me. And I think growing up, sijaipenda Christmas. It gets to this period, super depressed first of all, for some very weird reason. I think last year Christmas I slept through 25th to 26th because it was just boring. I don't like receiving this Merry Christmas messages and Happy New Year and all that. Like just the holidays, I hate the whole Merry Christmas in Anibu because it just has bad memories. Now after class 7, class 8, all our Christmases to okay, in high school we moved to Shags because things got worse in Nairobi because we were very, very poor. So we moved to Shags and we didn't have like, now you know, naishi Shags na hamna pesa. So things are not exactly the best. And I think the last Christmas that made things completely bad was the Christmas before my dad died, because my dad died in 2014, January 8th or 9th. And during the Christmas, during December, the last, you know, Christmas is the last week of December, he was very, very sick. He was like deteriorating. You see the way you see someone is dying? Yeah, you know when someone is deteriorating and you're seeing him like wither away, and eventually he passed away during the first week of December. I think he just maybe wanted to spend somehow, you know, when someone is dying, they say mtu anajuanga. So maybe he wanted to spend the holidays with us. But anyway, he eventually passed away during that New Year's week on the 8th of January 2014. So you can make things worse. So anytime there's Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, don't send me that. There's this video, yeah, Shonara. She usually there's this video. I'll pause this video. I'll let you guys watch the video and then we come back. So chill.
This is not the time to send me all those nonsensical Christmas messages. If it's not the money, be warned. Merry Christmas to you and your grandma, not me.
Yeah, so from that video, normally I post it on my either Instagram or my WhatsApp stories, just for people to know that I don't like the whole Merry Christmas and the Happy New Year thing. I'm trying to get over my childhood trauma. So what I wanted to do this year, because I'm grown up and you know you can't always blame the past, you have to move on at some point, not whether or not, but yeah, you have to move on and you know do things differently for the sake of yourself and you know like life. So this year I figured, since I'm living in the apartment of my dreams right now, and yeah, I feel like maybe this time I should do things different, do Vlogmas, you know, get a tree, by the way, get a Christmas tree, a white one to match my white walls. So I want to get a Christmas tree, I want to decorate the tree, I want to change the mood for Christmas, maybe invite friends or a friend, I don't know, during the holidays. Like I don't want to spend it alone. There's only one Christmas that, if I was to compare to all my other ones, was the best. Was I spent it with a few friends. And that was in 2020. That year that I just had moved, like we had moved from home to Kuzwa. We had started everything afresh. And there's this friend of mine, Kevin Kalelwa. I don't know if you're watching or you ever watch my videos, Kalelwa. But he invited me over for like the Christmas period to hang out with the friends. Kevin, Kalelwa, Seth Gore. You all obviously know Seth Gore, and you probably know Kalelwa and Miss Barakela. You probably know them from Instagram, but they are friends who at the time invited me over to hang out with them during Christmas all the way to New Year's. And I kid you not, that was the best Christmas in my life. I have never been around people during Christmas because I was actually skeptical to go. Seth I was invited for the Seth Gala because Seth's birthday is on the 25th of December, I think. I'm not sure, but he has this birthday celebration called the Seth Gala, and I was invited, and eventually, like I stayed during the whole Christmas. So when I was invited at the time, we hung out, like we ate. It was just fun, like it was literally very fun. And yeah, during the New Year's, we also actually spent it indoors. We didn't even drink. Like Happy New Year's, when the clock struck 12, we prayed, wished each other a Happy New Year, and life moved on. Like it just felt like family. It is the Christmas that I would have wanted to have all my life. So I think leaving my friend's place, I think I left there on the 2nd or 3rd. I just felt, I was feeling not sad bad, but sad happy, like that. I wish my Christmases would be like that. I wish I had friends like them all through my life, for me to not feel friends like family. I'm a family. that for me to not feel like Christmas was bad. At the time we didn't have shit, and wanasemanga the holidays are a time for giving, and we weren't at given, not even by family like that. Not even, I don't think my mom and dad had friends like that for them to give us stuff back then. But I wish the holidays were different. So for me this year, what I'm going to do differently, I'm going to get a Christmas tree. I'm going to maybe spend Christmas Day with my sister, her person, a few friends as well. My person, I don't know, I'll try just make things different. So I'm going to do like some sort of, I announced it on my Instagram today. Today is on the 30th of November. So this video is going up tomorrow. So I announced it on my Instagram that I'm going to do like something where I'm going to give, not really give, yeah, like Christmas is a period for giving. So I'm going to get like 2 people and changa money for them. If you know me, if you know my Instagram, you obviously know that I have this foundation called Live and Love Foundation, where we do, we raise, my followers help me raise money for people who are struggling and people who need it. Like, it's a season for giving. For those people who don't have, because I know what it feels to lack during this Christmas period. I know what it feels to not have family, although I was with family growing up, but it didn't feel like family, if you get what I mean. It never felt like family. It was sad. It was really, really sad growing up, and we didn't have much. And I wish at the time there was someone who would give back to us. So that's what I'm going to do. Basically, that's pretty much it about my childhood trauma. I know it's a lot, and some people might be like, maybe that's small. But for me, that's a big thing. Like, I felt like life back then was really, really tough, especially after mom lost her job and dad also didn't have a job. So we were actually very, very poor. And poverty is not beautiful, especially during the holidays. You have nothing. People are celebrating. And when you were small, as a mini generation X ama millennials, as a millennial, back then the holidays were a big thing. Mnanunuliwa mango za Christmas, mnakula, you spend it with family, and those are things we didn't have like growing up. So I felt like I was lacking a lot, and I was feeling left out, with friends and stuff. When you go to school, people are talking about how their Christmas was good. Now maybe I'm kind of shit, and I feel like I'm not the only one who doesn't like the holidays. My reason is childhood trauma, obviously, and there's someone else's reason. They might be, for example, maybe you're a queer person and you're chased away from home, and you can't go back home during the holidays. And there's a lot of people who are queer and they can't, because their parents, of course, haven't accepted and stuff like that. Like, everyone has a story, because everyone has a story for why they can't go home during the holidays, and mine is childhood trauma. So I'm assuming someone else, and if you have a story for Christmas, you can briefly comment in the comment section and tell me why maybe you don't like the holidays as well, and if you'd like to change, or you're just good with it being bland and boring and stuff like that. You can tell me in the comment section. If you want to share, if you don't want, I'll completely understand. You can just tell me you relate. You don't have to tell me the reason why. But yeah, so there's people with childhood trauma like me. There's queer people who can't go. There's poverty as well, so you don't enjoy the holidays like it used to be for me. There's broken families. There's dysfunctional families. There's a lot of issues. People don't just talk. And instead of you just assuming everyone is having a good holiday season, take time to check on your friends, ask them if they're okay. Invite your friends who you feel like your family would be comfortable with around. Maybe your family is a good family. Don't mind people. They don't mind strangers during Christmas time and the holiday time. So you can invite someone. Check on your friends who you feel like they're not okay, especially during this season, because they're lonely for some reason. Yeah, you get what I mean. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the video. So like, comment, and subscribe, and watch out for Vlogmas, and welcome to Vlogmas 2022 with Lavender.